Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. This is another look at the April update, and yep, there's been quite a few problems with it so far. There's a server-side issue here with the restock button. This has happened in the past before, and it takes a while before it gets fixed, but we'll come back to bugs in another video and talk about them a little bit later on. What we're going to do right now is have a look at the commodities market, and we start with the filters section, or rather the compare market section, which is right here. So this allows you to compare prices against the galactic average. It also allows you to search for specific markets. These markets would be markets that you visited previously. You could also choose suggested markets. This is a list of local markets, and again the suggested markets allow you to compare prices from commodities at the station you're at when compared to the market that you've actually chosen. But we're going to leave it on galactic average for now. You can also see more information over on the right hand side of the screen. It shows you where the commodity is actually consumed, i.e. which stations are importing the good, and you can see what price they're currently paying for it. Fish, for example, we can buy for 329 credits and sell for significantly higher at 1000 credits. So pretty much the same story all the way down here. We're going to head on down and purchase ourselves some wine, because why not? Now this we can purchase for 190 credits and apparently sell for 833 credits, so a reasonable amount of profit to be made on that. Now keep in mind, I am in a starter ship here. This is just a sidewinder with 2 cargo racks, so I'm not going to make huge volumes of money right here. But assuming you've got a good ship and a good amount of capital behind you, you should be able to use this system here to find some decent trade routes. Very, very easy. So we're going to head on over here with our wine anyway. And you can see the diamond-shaped blue icons. They indicate systems that are importing the goods. And we've also got another bunch of options on the menu here. Now, these aren't all entirely new. They have carried over from previous versions, but some of them are new. Meanwhile, over at the destination station, we can go to Starport Services, head to the commodities market again, and sell our items. Now, I fully appreciate many of you will have done this many times over by now, but the entire point of this video really is to get a feel for how the new interface and the new trading system actually works. And personally speaking, I think it's a massive improvement. Not a dramatic overhaul, of course, but a big improvement, much more intuitive and easier to use. So on to the mission board then. Now the starting district, the Pilots Federation district, should have entirely new missions aimed at new players, or lower end missions rather. At least that's the way I understood it. But at this particular station, which is within the Pilots Federation district, we've got regular high-end missions, which a new player is not going to be able to do, or at least not very easy. So heading back to Dromi then, I thought I'd have a look at the mission board there, and sure enough, this has got the beginner level missions, things much easier for a new player to take on. So having a look through the various missions here, there is a good variety of missions. Source and return missions, mining missions, taking down pirates, and all manner of things like that. Of course, it does depend on the state that the current system is in as well. So I took this delivery mission. I wanted to see how what type of mission I'd get when I arrived at the other end. Would I get a selection of high-end missions as I saw a moment ago, or would we get low-end easy-going missions like the ones right here? Fortunately, it turned out there would be a selection of easier missions, so it seems for the most part it's working as intended. Not quite sure what the high-end selection of missions were earlier, maybe an anomaly or some other type of issue. There are a number of them, as I said at the beginning of the video, something we'll have a look at a little later on. Now another mission I did find here, which turned out to be pretty interesting, was a conflict zone mission, or as the game puts it, a conflict training zone or conflict training area. So this is right nearby and very easy to get to. The question was, how difficult would it actually be when there? Recommended rank harmless, as you can see, so I was kind of hoping that the conflict zone would be full of low-level ships. Let's find out. Now this thought was kind of enforced by the fact that when I arrived in the system, I got a critical mission update. The conflict training area, you're now in Orna. A system-wide conflict between the 2 rival factions is currently simulated here. This is an opportune time to experience system conflict as part of the training exercise within the relative safety of the Pilots Federation. So wargaming then. My thought again goes back to the idea that this should be full of relatively low-level ships. After all, that would make sense. We're here in a sidewinder. It's presented to us as a beginner's mission. I haven't upgraded the ship here in any way. After all, I haven't got the money to do that, so it's a stock my Sidewinder with stock weapons. Now, straight away, we've got the option to join sides. We've got the Alpha Company or the Omega Company. And whilst the mission does go to great lengths to tell you that this is a training zone and that it's simulated, there is a very real possibility of death here. And that's completely fine. It is a conflict zone after all, not a simulated one, but that's not really what the mission leads you to believe, and might be a bit of a spanner in the works for a new player. And that's not the only problem. It turns out that not only are there expert level ships here, but there are also deadly level ships. So whilst this won't be a problem for experienced players, there's a good chance it will be an issue for brand new players who are inexperienced. So for this particular mission at least, whilst the idea is very nice, the execution appears to be a little bit flawed. Meanwhile, the other missions I tried out, the courier missions, the delivery missions, the assassination missions, they all seem very well balanced. So overall, this puts the game in a very good place for brand new players, but you do have to be careful with some of these missions. I'll be back very soon with some more videos and another look at the April update. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.